This episode is brought to you by Broke Ass to Badass, our signature 8-week online course. Our program is the school where you learn to hustle less and focus on what really matters, getting your products, services, and gifts out to the world. Our program is all the branding, tech, social media, and mindset support that you've been looking for. And this is your one-stop shop for building the badass business of your dreams. And guys, fall enrollment for this program is closing August 31st. If you have been waiting for the right time to jump in, now's the time. Jump on over to brokeasstobadass.com/apply and book a breakthrough call with us.
Welcome to Broke Ass to Badass. We're Kimi and Pua, digital media nerds and jiu-jitsu-loving business coaches, joyously obsessed with creating freedom for heart-lit entrepreneurs. We're here to help you go from frustrated to fierce, from hustle to flow, from broke ass to badass. Find out more about us at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Today we have an interview with Dina Canijo, a B2B graduate and amazing entrepreneur. She is a helper and healer, and her passion is to educate people that everything they put on and in their bodies affects their well-being. People are not well or sick by accident, and she wants everybody to know that everything we do is a choice for wellness or sickness, and that we all have a choice. Dina is the founder of Natural Aloha, and it is her wellness vehicle. Through Natural Aloha, Dina provides people the option for healthy and effective bath and body care products. We are so excited to share her with you today. So without further ado, let's welcome Dina Canijo to the podcast.
All right. Welcome, Dina, to the podcast. We are so excited to talk with you today.
Yay! Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, we've been looking forward to this. All right. So can you share with our audience, who are you? And tell us all about who you are and how you serve the world through your beautiful, badass business, Natural Aloha.
Okay, first of all, I have to say, who am I is a totally loaded question. It could go in all kinds of different directions, so I'll try and stay focused. So for this right now, I am the owner of Natural Aloha. And, but as a person, I'm just a healer. I think my calling has always been to, be a healer of not only like the body, but the mind. I just really love to help people feel better. No matter, if it's physical, if it's mental. I've always been the person that people would come to and tell all their problems to. And, I often get even from strangers, asking me questions and things like that. So sort of, I've just evolved into this, for lack of a better word, just, a healer and helper of many. I love to do that, and it fills my soul. Does that answer your question?
It sure does. It's so beautiful and so perfect. And I love that loaded question because it's so expansive, right? And we get to choose in that moment. Yeah. How do we express our soul's calling? So thank you. Perfect. You are a B2B graduate, a Broke Ass to Badass graduate. We are so proud of the beautiful work that you did in our program. We'd love to hear you share a little bit about how you found us and what inspired you to begin your Broke Ass to Badass journey with us.
So, boy, it feels like so long ago, but I guess it hasn't really been that long, but I feel like I've known you guys in the tribe for forever because you're my people. We all just connected. Originally, I believe I found you folks via another tribe and Broke Ass to Badass member who I had just recently met. And I was invited to join the Facebook tribe. And from there, I just kind of tapped in little by little. I was a little afraid to tell you the truth when she told me like, oh, I'm going to invite you to this thing on Facebook. And I actually, at first I thought, oh my God, not another thing. Like I can't do one more thing or be involved in one more thing. But truly it's been a huge blessing because I've met so many awesome people and like-minded people. And from there, I learned about Broke Ass to Badass. And that is such an awesome name for the program because really it just helped me, helped catapult me back into my business because I've started this business in 2013-ish into 2014. And since then, I actually started my business and I had left my job for health reasons. And I focused only on my business for many years. And about 2 years ago, I went back to work as a nurse full time. And so I had lost a little bit of the passion for my business just because I was so busy. And joining B2B really helped me refine my passion for helping people and really why I'm here, why I was put on this earth. So I'm super excited to, always share with people who have businesses or who are looking at starting businesses about what you guys do. Because it's awesome.
Awesome. I love that you are so, you really joined the community. It's funny to hear that you were scared because I never would have gotten that from the way that you jumped in and you were so active and you shared so freely. And I think so many people you may never hear from ever were so inspired by just experiencing your journey. And I think they're aligned in that they have an idea, they may have a product, and it is simply the vehicle that they use to heal in whatever way that they do that. And you do that so beautifully. And I have to share that over the last few years, I've received gifts of your products and like really loved them. And then when I met you and when you said that this was your company, I was like starstruck. I couldn't even believe it. So Lau most recently gifted me the Olena lotion, and I was like, this stuff is the bomb. So you are truly healing people through the energy that you put into your products and the clean ingredients. And we're just so proud and we're so grateful that you were able to reconnect to this business that speaks so strongly to you and to your customers because it's important. So thank you for sharing that. And I would love for you to share a little bit about your story, about why this business means so much to you and why these products are so important to you, because I think it's a big part of why you do what you do.
Sure. I actually get that question a lot, especially when I'm doing events and people are like, how did you come up with this? Or like, why did you decide to make natural deodorant? Like, are you the like stinky queen? Like I always get these like strange
that deodorant is the best, by the way.
So great.
So it's kind of funny because, people always say that and they're like, did you just wake up one day and say, I'm going to make deodorant? And that couldn't be further from the truth. One day I was just like doing my thing and trying to help people in the way that I knew how in like my previous life. And that was through like Western medicine and nursing. And although I always had been into natural healing modalities, like I've done yoga for years and I've always been into like health and fitness. It kind of clashed for me, like my Western and my Eastern beliefs and thoughts. And I was just, doing what I thought that I was meant to be doing. And I fell ill, like so sick. It wasn't like one day. It was, a progression of just lifestyle and continuing to, work on that crazy rat race kind of mode all the time and doing everything for everybody and trying to be everything for every person at all times. And I really just crashed and burned, like to the point where I could not get out of bed. And it was a progression over time, but as most people do, we don't read the signs, and we just keep going because we feel like that's what we are meant to do. You know, society tells us you have to have this kind of job, this kind of car, and this and that, and we believe it, and we get wrapped up into it. And just like most people, that happened to me. I was just so engrossed in making sure that everybody else had what they needed, that I wasn't taking care of myself. And I got really ill. I went to specialist after specialist. I was surrounded by, the most brilliant minds around. I was blessed to be surrounded by all of these physicians and healthcare workers at the best hospital in the Pacific, and nobody could help me figure out what was wrong with me. And it literally came to the point where one day I was in so much pain, I couldn't get out of bed. I was contemplating, like, what is my life going to be? And I really thought to myself, if this is how I'm going to live, then I don't know if I want to be here. And it wasn't that I was like contemplating suicide, but it was just the real sad moment that I had to make a choice at that point. Either I was going to live that way, or I was going to try and figure out how to get out of it and be better. So I literally opened my laptop and I just started researching symptoms. And basically, I healed myself through nutrition and through decreasing the chemical burden on my body. And through that, I started dabbling in making my own products. And my first product that I ever made was my natural deodorant. It's lovingly named Pit Balm for lack of a better term, and just because it seems so appropriate. Because one of the dirtiest product that we can put on our body, or most chemical filled, is deodorant and antiperspirant, and we use it because we don't want to be stinky. And I just started kind of like experimenting with the different ingredients that I came to know that would help decrease odor. And that's how, Pit Balm was born. It's just amazing to me because people think that I just woke up one day and said, I'm going to make this. But every single product that I make, and that's in our line of Natural Aloha Care, skincare, is something that I needed for myself, or my daughter needed because she had a skin condition. And so it's very near and dear to our hearts. We're not, doing like Me Too products, like, oh, I see so-and-so is making this and they're making a lot of money at it, so we're gonna add that, to our line. Every single product in our line is personal. We never make products when we're not feeling well or in the right state of mind, because I truly believe whatever energy I put into that product is going to come across to the person that's using it. So that's kind of a long way around, just kind of giving you a little glimpse into how Natural Aloha was born, how Pit Balm was born, and the rest of our products. It's grown over the years. Whenever I can't find something that natural that works for me, I'll continue to look and see what's out there. And if I really can't find something, then I dabble in it and try to make it myself. And if I can't make something better than what's out there, then I kill it. But it's just something that comes out of necessity, not out of the need to make money or any kind of other reason, except for the fact that we need it, and we want to make sure that we can provide a natural product that works, because a lot of people have tried natural products that don't work. So we try to separate ourselves through that, just really putting our heart and soul into what we do.
Well, you can absolutely feel it in your products. And I love that so much. I remember hearing the first time when you told me that you don't make products unless you're in the right space and really feeling it. And I was so moved by that. And so the question that I have for you is, how do you get to that right space? What does that look like? And especially with the journey that you've been on, I know that self-care and really taking time to slow down and nurture yourself so that symptoms don't flare up for you is really top of mind and something that you practice regularly. So what does getting in the right space look like? What does your self-care routine look like? Because I think that all of us as entrepreneurs and badasses that have lots of ideas, we're moving very fast at times. We're always looking for ways to keep our vibration high and to stay in alignment so that we continue to serve from our soul. So what tips do you have to share for us for that?
I really think, trying to be in the right space or just feeling good, it really starts with like the total package. It starts with nutrition. What are you putting into your body? Because so many people are on the go all the time and can't always make healthy choices. But for me, that's really like number one. I have a morning routine. Most people, have coffee, and I have Olena tea that I make. Like, we grow our own Olena. For those of you who don't know, Olena is turmeric. We grow it here in I call it my jungle because we have all kinds of stuff back there. But that's like one of my go-tos, and it's been actually one of my most potent and powerful medicines. So I start my day with Olena and lemon or lime in my warm water, and that's my anti-inflammatory. So it always starts with nutrition, enough sleep, and not to sound like a broken record, but it is, your body is your temple, and really the number one most important thing after being sick for so long and having to like fight my way back is health, because health is truly your wealth. If you don't feel good and you're just muddling through day to day, you're going to be grouchy. When you interact with people, it's not going to be pleasant. And I actually see that, in my other life, in my other job that I do, that people are just not nice to each other. And most of the times it stems from not feeling well, not having enough sleep, and not just being well or having good vibrations or high vibrations. Like, they don't understand that everything's like connected. It's mind, body, and spirit. So that's how I get in the good space. And when I know, like today, okay, I'm going to make products, I sort of like prep, and I make sure that I meditate the night before, and I make sure that if I'm going to have a long day, then I work out in the morning so that I can get my body ready, because I'm going to be on my feet all day, basically cooking up the products. So it sounds like a lot of work, but when you do it and you feel well, it makes the world of difference. And if I'm going to do something in the evening and I had like a bad day, then sometimes I just push it off, even if I have to meet a deadline, because I don't want that bad energy getting into the products. That's a no-no for me, for sure.
I love that. And you can totally feel it in everything that you make. And, it's very, so I think of two things when you say that. I think of some of the best chefs that I've ever known. You can taste the love that they put into their food, and they're very mindful of the headspace and the heart space that they're in when they're preparing food for other people for that very reason, right? And the other thing is, I think it's very so for hula, whenever we make implements or we make like lauhala mats or anything like that, lauhala or lehulu, like the first thing that anybody tells us is like, be in a positive mindset. If you can't infuse what you're making with positivity and love, then don't make it. Don't be here. Go home, go work it out, and then come back. And it seems, I know what you mean. Like, it sounds kind of strange, but it's so true. And I think this is something that we can all take and put into our daily practices and into our business and into our lives, because it's so true. And when we talk to so many people, and sometimes we encounter those, as you said, like people who are at a lower vibration, people who are kind of being difficult for us, or not really connecting on the same level. And really, they're reflecting their own inner angst and their stuff that's going on within them. And it sometimes makes us feel yucky, right? And so we don't ever want to have that responsibility to make other people not feel good because of what we've put into the products that they're using, right?
For sure. Yep, for sure.
So awesome. So awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's amazing. And I would love for you to share a little bit about your journey. So we've heard your journey as a kind of a craft person to create these crafts and these products. So what was your journey like on the business side of this? And I feel like you infuse this same mentality into everything that you do. So on the business side, how do you connect kind of spiritually and use this high vibration method to do business with people?
I always take the approach of, so the business is more of a vehicle for me to be able to share health and wellness with people. So it doesn't really feel like a business. It's not all about, like balancing the books and, making money. And in the long run, what's my bottom line? It has never been about that. It's just been about enjoying the time that I have with people. And like I said, it's a vehicle. So when people ask me about a certain product, it usually leads to other conversations about health and wellness. We can start with somebody asking me about Pit Balm, or what does Common Clarity do, or, what is Olena and why do you use it in your products? And we end up talking about how they, had these terrible bouts of bad symptoms, and how now they can't lose weight, and what's happening, and no matter what they try. And then we end up, emailing, or I do consultations with them. And it's so nice to be able to give people an option of not taking pills and doing, crazy things to feel better. So the business portion is, it's just that it's the vehicle for me to be able to share. And also, it's a little selfish of me, but I really feel better, and I really enjoy when they give back that gratitude, and just the feeling that I was able to help them, even if they're not outright thanking me. Just the fact that I know that I was able to help them. So that's the way that I approach business. It's not the dollar and cents, although it's important, because I have to be able to make sure that I can continue to do what I do, and that I'm at least making the money back to put it back into the products. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And one thing that we admire about the way that you do business too is you are so connected with your clients, your customers, and you you so, like just from a practical standpoint, you're really great at leveraging user generated content for your social media, which I think is so beautiful and really tied to your, just this deep relationship that you have with your customers. And so we see you sharing, right, testimonials that people have, and you're reposting when people, post, images of themselves either with your products or in some of your Alohalicious gear, right? So I love that. And it's such a great takeaway for people because sometimes, right, we separate all these different things and we think like, okay, I have my creative side and then, I got to do the business side of things. And I love the way that you blend it all together and focus on the customer and your connection with that customer and your soul's calling, which is to heal and, heal the world. So beautiful. And we would love for you to share a little bit about some of the upcoming events that you have and where people can find out about you, because I know that people are going to be listening to this and being like, oh my God, I need to get my hands on some of this pit balm and find out more about your product. So give us the inside scoops about where people can find you online and then where they can find you locally if they are here in Hawaii.
Okay, so online, we have our online store. It's naturalaloha.com, and we have every product that we make except the Olena Love, which is our Olena lotion that we're out of right now, and I'm madly trying to get back in stock for our upcoming Made in Hawaii festival. So you can find wherever you are in the United States. I even have international customers, but we take care of their business outside of the website just because I'm not equipped to do international sales through the website. But that's where you can find everything that you want, including our merchandise. And then if you're here locally in Hawaii, we have our products in all of the down-to-earth stores, even on Maui, and other boutique stores that carry our products on the North Shore, some stores on Maui, little boutiques. And on our website, we have a where to find it or where to buy page. So you can always look there if you want to go and pick it up locally and save on shipping. And then we've been really gearing up for our biggest event of the year. We do pop-ups throughout the year, mostly around the holiday season and around different holidays. But our biggest, by far, event of the year is the Made in Hawaii festivals. And this festival is only for products that are made in the state. So you're not going to find other kind of, like say MLM kind of products. It's just things that people make in Hawaii. So we're really proud to be part of this big event. It attracts thousands and thousands of people, and it's coming up on August 17th, 18th, and 19th, which is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's sort of grueling because, we're there from the crack of dawn until like 10, 11 p.m. when we close down and then come back and do it all over again. But it is one of the most magical events for us because we meet people from all over. And there's nothing like the feeling when people find us and they're like, oh my gosh, I swam upstream through like thousands of people to find you. I only came here for you and to, get your products. And that's so fun when people tell us that, because then it makes it worthwhile what we do. Because sometimes you can really get caught up in the day-to-day and feeling like, gosh, do people really appreciate it? And it only takes one person to tell you that to eliminate that feeling. So Made in Hawaii is coming up. It's super exciting, a little bit stressful because it never seems to amaze me that no matter how early I start, this year I started in June, making sure that I had all of the equipment and things that I needed. And I still feel like I'm coming down to the wire. So I actually took a day off from my job today. And after this, I'm going to be madly making products. So I'm hoping to get that Olena lotion out up on the website before the Made in Hawaii festival. So we're super excited about that, and we hope that people will come down because we always have different gift packs, and we're debuting our brand new Pit Balm Tender, which is for people who can't tolerate the strength of our regular Pit Balm. So we find that this has been years coming, so we're super excited about this. We're getting great feedback on it. And for a lot of the people who have been asking about, my Olena tea and why don't I sell it this year, we're going to have a very limited amount of our Olena tea for our customers who have been asking. So lots of new things coming up.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. I am proud of you and in awe of you that you are braving the Made in Hawaii Festival. And it's so great to hear, like, you're right. It's swimming upstream to find the people that you've gone to scout out. And that is, I mean, it's crazy to get down there. Traffic's bad, parking's bad. And yet people brave it all to find you. It's a compliment in itself, really. And I'm so glad that you're going to be there because I'm going to come find you.
Me too.
Right? It always falls on my birthday weekend too, which is funny because I used to have to work at it and I would be like, oh, I have to work at Made in Hawaii on my birthday because you're right. It is such a gnarly thing to do.
It is, right?
Yes, it is so exhausting, but it's so, as you said, it's so worth it. And I feel like it's such a great way to connect with people who, like, in this really concentrated environment, because even with the crowds, even with the stressful parking, even with like everything that goes on, it's always super hot. One year the AC broke, like it's a crazy thing, but it's so cool to be at the Made in Hawaii Festival because there's just like that aloha spirit that kind of buzzes through the place. And even though all of these things are kind of like going against you being in a good mood, everybody's super stoked, so nice, so generous, so interactive. So you're right, it's a really magical place to be.
And such a great way to hook yourself up for Christmas, right? Like get all of your holiday shopping done with local products. Like it's so awesome.
For sure. Because you know what? You may never find that whatever you find in Made in Hawaii, because I found things at Made in Hawaii that I wasn't able to find. I thought, I'll just wait until Christmas, and then you can't find it because some of the retailers are on different islands. Mm-hmm. Some of their things, they don't ship. And so, yeah, if you find it, it's the 5-second rule. If you think that you're going to regret not buying it, But can I add about Made in Hawaii, where we are going to be? Because Pua mentioned that, one year the AC broke. So I just have to throw in this little caveat that I'm in the arena side. And, every year people will Facebook me or email me. And really, it's so busy there. I'm not checking my emails or Facebook except when we're posting things. I can't find you. Where are you? You said you were in booth 439. So here's a tidbit for people who are going to the Made in Hawaii. It has 2 sides. I know this is mind blowing, but there is an exhibition side and there is the arena side. And I don't know why people can't figure that out. I think they see people going, in and out of different areas, but, people tell me that they've been going to Made in Hawaii for years and they never knew that there were 2 sides. So
I know why. Someone told me why.
Okay.
People think that the arena only has food. So if they're going to go to the arena, they think if they don't want food, they're not going to go over there. Right. And that's not correct.
Yeah. So, I've had vendor friends who have told me you need to move to the other side, but we really like the side that we're on. I think we stand out because there is a lot of food and snacks and things, but there are other vendors there as well. And you might miss a hidden gem if you don't go over to the arena side because there are, a lot of newbies that come into Made in Hawaii normally start on the arena side because the exhibition side is so packed. So I just want to say, if you come to the arena side, it's always cooler.
Yes. The AC doesn't break over there.
The AC does not break over there. You can get your food and walk around. And that's where we are. We're in 439. If you come in through the main entrance, there's only one way in. And just for those who don't get confused, the arena side is the side that has the fish pond all the way around it. It's the side that we have concerts and like sporting events. That's the arena side. And if you come in through the entrance, we're at a corner booth to the left. So you should be able to stand at the entrance and look for our sign that says Natural Aloha.
Perfect.
So that, because for 4 years now, I've had people like Facebook me like, I went around the Made in Hawaii Festival 5 times and I couldn't find it. So
awesome. Another thing I really want people to like take note of is to be at something like this, you've been prepping for like 2 months, right? June, July, August, and it's at the end of August. So this is such a beautiful lesson in the power of local products and the energy and the love that's put into things that are made by hand, that are made with intention, that are made with love. And I'm not saying that all big companies don't do this, but I am saying that you can't be sure. And the beautiful thing about buying products from somebody who's making it by hand, a local business, is that you get to connect with the owner, with the person who does the work, and ask the questions and really just kind of feel their vibe and see if you connect with them as a person and as a human, which is so, so important. And we tell everybody in our program, like, the thing that's going to set you apart from other people providing the service, the same service or similar products, is you. And this kind of thing, any sort of craft fair or event like this, is a beautiful way to connect with people. And if you aren't able to be at something like this, or if you want to have an international audience, use Facebook, use Instagram, use social media, use video, put yourself out there and let people get to know the person behind the business. Because you get to hear that it took 2 months to create this lotion that is amazing. And if you guys can get your hands on it, like, don't miss this opportunity. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome. Dina, this has been amazing. We're so excited for you.
And now I'm so pressured to make sure I try and get that, because it's kind of like this at this point. It's like, okay, I know what needs to be done. It's just a matter of if everything's going to get done. And before, I used to like stress out about it and freak out about it. And I'm at this point where, hey, whatever I take is what's going to be there. So I just advise everybody to get down there early on Friday. And if you really want something that bad, you can email me and I can, hold it for you. You can pay for it in advance and I'll have it there when you come down. But other than that, it's kind of like, first come, first serve. The early bird gets the worm.
Love it. Awesome, Dina. Well, we'll be sure to include everything in the show notes, and we wish you a wonderful festival, and we'll be there first in line to get our hands on some of that tea and lotion. So thank you so much, and have fun creating all your beautiful products for the rest of your day here.
Thanks so much, you guys. You guys are awesome.
We hope you enjoyed this interview with Dina. Be sure to follow her on Instagram at Natural Aloha and check out her website, naturalohahi.com. And of course, we would love for you to jump on into our free tribe on Facebook, bit.ly/BLE tribe. Come say hi to Dina. Come let her know. And also be sure to visit her at the Made in Hawaii Festival this coming weekend. And of course, if you are ready to create the business and the life of your dreams, be sure to apply now for our program, Broke Ass to Badass. The doors are closing August 31st, so time is ticking. be sure to jump on a call with us, brokeasstobadass.com for more information and to get on our calendar.